How you doing, trappers? Ed Schneider, Kansas Trapline Products. In today's video, I'm going to show you my pumpkin set. And to give you a little background on this, utilizing this vegetable, this squash, is a few years back, Richard Johnson and myself was trapping in Iowa, and the farmer took his pumpkin, threw it in the his edge of his alfalfa field, and it's very eye-catching, that orange squash out there with the green in the green field. It stood out like a sore thumb. Well, Dilly and I happen to be market gardeners ourselves, so every year I have a few pumpkins I bring out on the trap line, and I utilize them as a visual attractor to help draw coyotes in. So here's how the set's done. I don't have the actual video of me utilizing it, but from the picture you will see it. I actually bury the pumpkin halfway into the ground, cut a hole in the upper third, and set my trap in front of it, and I put some bait in addition to inside of the pumpkin, just like it was a dirt hole set. But because the pumpkin's halfway buried, it holds very steady. We catch a nice coyote. Pumpkins are very visual. Watermelons, muskmelons, all that type of thing. I think the muskmelon be a little small, but certainly utilizing some old watermelon or old pumpkins, they'll go to your advantage. And enjoy the film today, guys, and we're happy to have you along. Well, the pumpkin set has connected with a really nice coyote. It has a lot of nice visibility and all that. I threw the extra part over there, but we got a nice coyote here this morning. I seen they were cutting across the edge of this old abandoned farm home, and anyway, they were cutting across right there and coming right on through. So anyway, caught a coyote yesterday up on at a bone pile, T-bone set. So but further down the road, so we got another one right here, so just a day apart, but got a real nice pasture going down into a river bottom down there. This high point all the way around here has been pretty productive on the high ground. You just got to find where they're wanting to travel. And of course, this is a nice salient feature. Got some old bone piles behind there, and got the bone piles behind there. So anyway, as coyotes kind of hunt the area, they pick up on these old brush pile type of abandoned buildings and things like that. Rats, mice, even bobcats, all that show up around these things. So anyway, let me get this guy put down, and we'll rebuild the set together today. The wind's mild. All right, trappers. Hey, so I got the coyote put down, and it took me a little bit longer just due to the fact I had the dog was tore off of that trap. So anyway, I had to switch the trap over. So I got a nice little pile of dirt here in the center. Let me go ahead and kind of level this area out just a little bit. I'm just going to go and make it into a T-bone set. Doing very well with flat sets right now. Got a little bits of pumpkin in here. That ought to add a lot of intrigue. I don't mind it being a little bit tall here on the back side. West is this way, south is this way, so we want to think about that wind kind of coming this way at this location where I'm trapping at. So anyway, let's go ahead and get ourselves a trap bed. Got plenty of loose dirt here, that's no problem now. Remakes always give you that good loose dirt. And I'll go ahead and get my trap in place where I want it. And then we'll go ahead. I'm using a Bridger number 3 here. And they didn't pay me to tell you, just telling you. There we go. There we go. Got a nice level bed. Now in this case, I'm making the dog to the side here. We're going to add some stuff to this. And this year I'm using sandwich bags, and they're working just fine. Just a regular old sandwich bag with the piece you fold over and that type of thing. I watched another guy use some plastic bags, and I said, well, why am I taking the time to do some stuff? So as fast as I go one direction, I'm going another. But just putting that down, put a little dirt in there to hold it in place. And now let's go ahead and get this T-bone put in. I'm looking to be about, 10 inches back as the wind blows. It's more about the wind. It's about the wind more than it is anything else. So I'm about 10 inches back. I got my trap right there. Let me go ahead and cover it. Get rid of this hump. Put this loose jaw down now. There we go. Pack it in. Make sure it's solid. So let's go ahead and uncover the trap pan. It's a nice fast set. We can do things here. I'm making sure this is the low spot. Coyote come in. I got wind coming across my trap pan. And let's guard the dog side over here. Grab a little bit of weeds. Kind of angle them back so it's not really interfering, but something he wants to avoid. Let's go ahead and on the back side, grab us some weeds. We'll make it a little bit hard for him. Add some there. Kind of get the backside kind of covered. We got to keep them honest. Nothing major, just a T-bone in a grassy area. Got me some scat there. Yep. Something to kind of keep them on the right side. So now I got my nice grassy area there. Get a little bit more. Let's give them a little bush over here. Let's make them honest. And I'll bring the camera over to you. But just kind of something there to say, hey, but the wind is the main thing. The wind is coming across my trap. If you want, you can add a little more dirt on one side or something like that to kind of get them away from it. Just some natural dirt. The area is tore up. So let me go ahead and do my final sift in here. Cover it all up. Nice. Yeah, got it all done. Throw the loose stuff where you don't want them walking. Put that there. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to use some Flint Hills Red Fox paste bait smeared in and around the T-bone. And got my guard over there. And like right here, there's a little loose spot. Well, let's just change it up and add a little clump of dirt right there to kind of guide them in. If a guy was a little nervous and wanted him to step kind of over something, well, I can go find that loose jaw right there. And just kind of put something there to say, hey, step over that if you want. It's whatever you feel good with. I'm just going to take my Flint Hills Red Fox paste bait. Kind of poke it in the hole. There we go. Smear it on the outside. I normally would use my Monty Dotson's Positive Attraction, but I didn't bring it with me today. So I don't have it in my bag, so I'm going to use this. All right, let me grab the camera, and I'll show you something. I'll just move right on into my skinning. I'm opening up my coyotes this year, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Here, there's some old pumpkin there. We'll just kind of let the old pumpkin sit there as added attraction. And it was enough to get the coyote in. All right, let me grab the camera here, and I'll show you the set. Okay, looking at it from that angle, T-bones smeared with Flint Hills Red Fox with the wind. My trap pan is right there, 10 inches back. Got a nice area, so let's go ahead and that I always hate at the end of the day is having to skin or open up a cold coyote. It's been a real pain to do at the end of the day when you're tired, you're kind of wore down, you've given it your all. Putting it on the skinning machine's not a problem. So this year, I added my pole that I used to skin off of when I used to just skin them right off the truck. And now I'm using now I'm going to go ahead and open them up right here at the set. And I can tell you that saves me a ton of time at the end of the day. A ton of time. Because now I'm not fighting that coyote while he's nice and hot. Let me go ahead here. I've heard of several guys that told me that I've shared with on Facebook how much they enjoy that part of it. They just started doing it themselves. And they thought, man, that was a great idea. Everybody hates opening up a cold male coyote. So we get that side opened up, and we got a female today. Ought to make skinning a little bit easier, right? And it's a beautiful coyote. We got a cold front coming in tonight. Into tomorrow, we're going to be middle 60s a day with a high of 40 tomorrow. So it ought to be a pretty good day today. It's how it's supposed to work, right? They move before the storm. There we go. So then I went ahead and just put a link here on a gambrel that rotates, makes it easier for me to skin as I'm skinning, be in one spot and just rotate the animal around. Hang them up, and let's open them up here. I'll turn it a little bit. And start down here at the edge of the white, what I always like. Come up around the vent, up by the vagina, and start moving up. Keep the white on the white and the brown on the brown. This is a pretty white coyote. It's a good one. There we go. Got that side. Let's switch it over to the other. Nice heavy, nice semi-heavy coyote. Yep. Let me get this. Give a little quick edge. Yeah, that makes it nice. Try to stay away from digging into that meat the best you can. It's just going to create work on the other end, separating it. I think I got it. All right. So I always like to kind of on that belly side loosen up that meat a little bit. I think it speeds it up. And then go ahead and pull down. Get that belly kind of open. Do the same on the other side. Nice. Pull down. Got it? Nice. All right. Go ahead here. Let's get that tail out of there. Yep, need a little more cutting. I ain't quite there yet. Oh, I see. Yep. There we go. I'll get it now. Put that back in my bag. Go ahead right now and strip out that tail. Tail's done. Little female, just leave the vagina on it. And we'll get it skinned down. Remember, I got a good skinning machine at home. It'll take me just a minute when I get home, and I won't have to fight them shoulders at all. So this is it. I got my coyote skinned down. It's opened up. It's ready for the machine. I can go ahead and set this coyote up here in the truck, put my stuff away, and I'm ready to go on. And I tell you what, that coyote is a lot easier to open up right now while it's hot than it is later. So that's the good news. We can go ahead and have a much faster evening. And I don't know, it didn't take me that long to do this little chore. And when I'm down there skinning at the end of the day, I got a good deal. I mean, it's going to be fast. So, all right, trappers, let's go and go on to the next one.